Something about the way you move makes me want to feel your groove.
Hi friends, how is your day going today? Let me know down below in the comments. If you're new around here, my name is Karla and this is Karla's Sweet Life. I know I have some new friends around here, so welcome to anyone that is new and welcome back if you've been here for a while. I'm so grateful for you guys. In today's video, it is an extreme clean, organized decluttering. I'm doing pretty much a little bit of everything. It is 3 days full of motivation, cleaning motivation, days of speed cleaning. I'm doing it all in this video, so I hope it inspires you and encourages you, or if you simply just need some company today, I'm here to encourage you. And I'm also sharing my C-section birth story later on in this video, so make sure to stay tuned for that. I had a lot of great feedback, so I'll be sharing that with you guys. And without further ado, let's get started with this realistic cleaning, decluttering, and organizing video.
Something about the way you dress, baby.
So on day one of cleaning, organizing, and decluttering my home, I did start with laundry. We are a family of 6. I do have the newborn, as I had mentioned earlier, talking about the C-section, and I will be doing like a little story time. So this video is about 25 minutes long, so if you have a load of laundry that you need to get done, go ahead and grab it and start folding with me so you can get it folded and put away by the time this video has finished. Or if you have a cleaning task or something that you just need to get done around your home, let this be your timer. 25 minutes of getting whatever that is on your mind cross off, and that way you can stop thinking about that darn thing. I also don't blame you if you just want to watch for enjoyment and relax. I really try to focus on my cleaning videos. It's just keeping it realistic, keeping it real with you guys. So that's my goal behind every video, and it lets you know that I don't always get like a ton of stuff done in one day. I'm not always so productive with like house chores, and that's okay. Some days I can just do like the bare minimum just to get by, which is like dishwasher, you know, kitchen, living room. So I'm like you. Like I have my off days, I have really productive days. So that was just on my heart, and I wanted to share that with y'all. So I'm going to organize the playpen with Carter's obviously like newborn items, but I'm also going to put Abby's like diapers. She's our 16-month-old if you're new. And I just kind of want to have like one location for all of the baby stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and organize that. And I'm using what I have already. These are just like bins I found at Target Dollar Spot. They were $5 and I've had them for a little while. So I'm going to make use of them. And if you're anything like me, the new year really like brings about all of the organizing. Really makes me want to organize my home, and having the 4th baby has really, oh my gosh, you guys, if you've been here for a while and you followed my journey from the pregnancy, in case you were not here, it was really hard. It was a hard pregnancy. I had placenta previa, I had gestational diabetes, I was in the hospital quite a bit. I had to stay overnight just once, but it ended up being 2 nights. But I did have to go to the hospital several times for bleeding. Just very scary. It was a really hard pregnancy, but I'm on the other side of that. Oh my gosh, thank the Lord. I am so grateful to be on the other side. And even the newborn phase has not been super easy. We were barely surviving week 4 through week 6. Oh my gosh, it was so hard, you guys. We'd never experienced like such hardship, I guess, with our newborn. It was hard, but I have to look at the good things as well, not just like as a hardships. Like today, he slept in the swing with our supervision, of course, for a little while. That was a big thing. And then he fell asleep on his own in the car seat. Like just little things that we have to look at as positives and encourage him as well.
Something about the way you look at.
Okay, so I have Abby's diapers here. And then I'm going to put like socks and onesies. These are a couple toys for Carter and wifey's, and then butt cream, like rash cream, and then some pasties, extra burp cloths, and then this is where Carter's clothes are. Right now I have onesies, and then socks, and then pants, and then all of his diapers right there. And this layout may change as like our needs and just seeing like what works best, and that's definitely one of my biggest tips for organizing. It's just like do what works for you, change what needs to be changed. That way that system can be working for you. Something about organizing a space is just such a good feeling. Like it feels like you got your SHIT together. I'm not even sure I'm allowed to say that on YouTube. But in these clips here, I am just cleaning the kitchen and keeping it real with you guys. Here is a great example that where we try to do what we can. We're cleaning the kitchen while making dinner. Like my husband, he likes to clean the kitchen before getting started on like making food or whatever. And I'm like, I can't waste time doing that. Like I just need to get started on dinner and then I will do the cleaning in between, you know, well, whatever is cooking. On this night, we're having spaghetti, super simple. And I usually get the Rouse sauce from Costco, but we didn't have it. And we luckily had this Hunt's traditional sauce. And I did have to like put some spices to like make it better. And then I also mixed in like a Progresso tomato basil. Like I was literally trying to just make it work because we didn't have any like of our favorite spaghetti sauce. So another prime example, I'm sure you guys can all relate when you don't have something and you just try to go with it and make sense of it.
For days, don't remember how they taste. You can tell me when we're naked. You can tell me when we're naked. We don't have time, so let's not waste it. Haven't kissed your lips for days, don't remember how they taste. You can tell me when we're naked.
Guess who was right here when I was doing bottles? I was actually holding her on my hip and I just set her down. Okay. Why Alright you guys, in these next clips I'm just putting some laundry away and then I'm also decluttering some items, which I'll have to like take a little break from the C-section story time, but I'm gonna go ahead and start that. First off, I want to say I don't want to scare anyone, just sharing my experience. Everyone's C-section is probably so different. This was my 4th baby. It was my first C-section, and like I mentioned, I had placenta previa, gestational diabetes, and she wanted to have the planned C-section on 36 and 6 days. So we show up to the hospital around 6 o'clock in the morning and went to the bathroom just to like do the urine sample and get dressed, and I had some bleeding. So prior to my planned C-section, I had about 3 bouts of bleeding, and that can happen with placenta previa. They actually don't want you to be going into labor because it can really, your placenta can start bleeding. So you will start bleeding and bleeding out. It is not a good situation. But anyways, that day that I went in to have the C-section, I had really bad bleeding and some pretty bad cramping, which I've had that before, but it was pretty bad that day. So it was time. Like, it was time to have my C-section. And next, I had the anesthesiologist talk to me. And the one thing that he warned me about was having some chest pain from this spinal block. I had a spinal block, and he warned me of that. And he said it's completely normal. It actually feels like you can't breathe because of your muscles, your chest muscles, and the spinal block and how it goes. But he's like, reassuring me it's completely normal, which I totally had the chest pain and I felt like I could not breathe. Not a fun situation to be in. And then I had 6 IVs, attempts I should say, and they eventually had to have a nurse with an ultrasound to place 2 IVs. So I had lots of bruises on my arms because they couldn't get an IV. I have no idea why, they just couldn't. It was not a good situation. So that's why, so my surgery was actually pushed back. It was scheduled for 8 o'clock, and I believe we had him, or the surgery didn't start till like 8:40 something. So it was delayed quite some time because of IVs. Also, we did not find out the gender, and everyone's super excited about that. After doing the IVs and all that, they took me back to the OR, and my husband put on the blue scrubs. They kept him in the room. So after getting me in the OR, they did the spinal block, they did the catheter, and pretty much it was go time. Like, it was so fast. I was so nervous, so cold. The room is like stark white and you're by yourself, but the nurse that was with me that day was such an angel. She was so reassuring. I don't remember if I started crying, but I remember getting a hug from her because I was really like, oh my gosh, this is happening and I am having surgery. And I'm going to take a quick pause because I am just sharing with you guys the items that I decluttered from my closet. So these are all of the items that are going to be donated. And look at all these hangers that I did. So proud of myself. So we're on to day 2, just putting all of the clothes that I decluttered in this bag so I can get it to the donation center here on base, and then starting with some vacuuming for the whole downstairs, and I'm also doing some mopping, which I haven't mopped in I don't know how long, you guys, because my husband has been picking up the slack towards, you know, the end of my pregnancy, and then of course postpartum. I really haven't done this, but it was actually like fun. I don't know, that's so weird. I'll probably never say that again, but it was just nice to get it super duper clean in this area. Okay, so back to the C-section. So the spinal tap worked really well. I did not feel any pain. I just felt some tugging. So like I could feel my body moving because they were, you know, they're tugging. And they actually had trouble getting him out. He kept crawling into my rib cage, like literally did not want to get out. And so they had to use a vacuum to help him get out of there. But in that scheme of things, they actually had to cut my placenta because they couldn't get to him because my placenta was in the way. So because of that, there was like blood was transfused between me and my sweet boy. So unfortunately, that caused anemia in him. So after getting him out, he actually came out not breathing. The most scariest thing ever. Like, I don't want to cry, but oh my gosh, that feeling of him like not breathing, because I remember the doctor telling me, I will show you him really quickly over the curtain, and as long as he's well, and if we don't, that's because we're going to be working him on the little warmer. And I'm like, okay, so they did not show me him. I am so grateful that he is here right now, but when he came out, Josh went straight to the warmer and he announced it was a boy. I remember crying, and I remember them calling the NICU doctor. So they had to suction his throat and nose and do the oxygen mask, and he was very pale. I remember Josh took a picture, and like looking back, he didn't know, like he was really pale, but it was because he wasn't breathing. when he first came out, but the EPGAR scores were like 1 and 7, which you can look them up, but they're taken at 1 minute of birth and at 5 minutes at birth. So you know that he was not doing what he needed to be doing. So they did get him breathing after they suctioned him out, put the oxygen. It was kind of like slow, and then he started crying, and I knew, you know, it was better, you know. He was still very pale. So after they got him out and situated, they stitched me up and whatnot, got me ready, and then they moved me back to the same room that we started in. So one thing that is really amazing is when we did skin to skin for the first time, which is when I first held him, his color started coming back. And you guys, it's just so crazy how a mother's like touch, or like just knowing, I don't know how a baby does that. It amazes me. But when we did skin to skin, his color started to come back. He's still pale now. He's 2 months old. He's still anemic, which, yeah, we'll have to talk to my doctor. I just got those results. But anyways, but my point being is that skin to skin care, wow, really, really important. So after a couple of hours of being in that room and getting the care after the C-section, I was wheeled back in the bed to the postpartum room where we stayed for 2 or 3 nights. I don't remember right now. But after 12 hours, the catheter was removed, and I did walk around. I don't remember if it was the first night or the second night. It was very painful. Very, very painful. And I did have to take pain medicine around the clock for about the first week. And that is for me. Everyone's pain tolerance is different. But yeah, the pain was something I'd never experienced before. So that is my C-section birth story time. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I wish I could say that it was all positive. I'm not really a negative person to start with. So yeah, I'm very optimistic, I should say, but nonetheless, we have our sweet baby here with us, and I'm so grateful for him. He was a surprise baby, so I never went into discussion with this with y'all, but my husband had a vasectomy prior to getting pregnant. So we waited about 6 weeks, and we got pregnant after his vasectomy. So we didn't wait the 3 months. So that is why it was our little surprise baby. My husband was like, yeah, we're good. He did not do the testing before. Big mistake, but our baby is not a mistake. But anyways, he has done the testing now, and he's good to go. He does not have like any more babies, I guess, in there. So anyways, if you enjoyed this story time, let me know down below in the comments, or if you guys want to hear like something about me, something about my family that you want me to share, let me know down below in the comments. I love chatting with y'all, and it's just so fun. I love this community so very much. It means literally the world to me. So I just so grateful for you guys. And as you see, we are on day 3. I am cleaning my huge desk. I will be putting a video together. I know I've been saying this forever, but I want to get it together for like a big IKEA desk makeover, because this desk, it's huge. But we do a lot of things on it as well, like the kids do homework. I have a lot of my stuff here, and then we keep crafts and stuff. So this desk gets used a lot.
Maybe you're not too slow. Maybe you're not too slow.
Here I'm using a magic eraser, which it did not come off of that, but they did get this stuff off because my little Abby girl that is 16, 17 months old, she's getting into like pencils, and yeah. If you watched my last video, she got a pencil and was going to town on her dresser. Anyways, I really hope I don't scare y'all away, or if you're having a C-section in the future, I don't want to scare you. I'm it was still a positive experience. It's just like a lot of things happened. I do suffer a lot from anxiety and depression, which the first couple of weeks of postpartum, it's just really hard. Your hormones are adjusting. It was hard. I felt very, very depressed. Like, I was very scared. But after the 2 weeks, I started to feel better. So I knew that it wasn't like actually my depression, you know, staying. It was just like the hormones adjusting. I'm so grateful. I'm actually in really good spirits. You guys can probably tell if you've been here for a little while. Most of the time, y'all are like on it. Like y'all just know me so well. But thankfully, I'm doing really good. I do have some anxiety, but I mean, like, I am coping. So that's what matters. And then once I can't cope, and then that's when I ask for assistance. And since I did talk about my birth, I'm really nervous this video is going to not be so well, like do so well with like the YouTube algorithm. So I would be so grateful if you guys shared this with a friend, or shared it with a Facebook group, or share it to your Instagram to a friend or a family who you might think find my channel relatable, but I would really appreciate that. So after cleaning the desk and getting that all organized, I went ahead and tackled another load of laundry. If you missed my last week's video, I highly suggest you should go watch it. It has a really great message. But I just try to do what I can when I can with any amount of time that is available. Here you saw that Abby was around, little Carter was around, and my husband was home as well. He is home most evenings, so I'm very grateful for that. And then we're moving on to the living room and just getting it tidied and cleaned up and ready for the next day. And on this day, I did some evening cleaning, some evening tidying up. I went ahead and took the covers off of this bed. This is the guest bedroom, to get that washed up, because we have my in-laws coming into town so they can meet Carter and see our boys. So I'm really excited to do that, or to have them. So just getting this room a little bit ready for them. And then I am moving into the master bedroom, and I'm just putting some of Carter's clothes away, some of my clothes away, and my husband's clothes, like more laundry. But I'm going to go ahead and say bye, because I have some really sweet clips here at the very end of my boys with sweet little Carter. Abigail was already in bed, so that's why you'll see the 3 boys, and they are just so sweet. But I appreciate you guys. Let me know what you thought of this story time video, in this cleaning and organizing, decluttering video. I so appreciate you guys. Make sure to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. I hope that you have a wonderful day ahead and another wonderful week ahead. But I love y'all and so very grateful for you guys. Bye.
Carter, Anakin, Frankie, don't do that.
Carter, Anakin.
Carter, Anakin, and Carter, Anakin, Frankie.
Bang. Carter, Anakin.
Hi. Anakin. He's like, what's going on? And hit the squad.
You can play with him, Jake.
Okay.
Y'all are so cute. Hi,
We both kiss him.
No. No. You're stealing the show. Yeah, you're stealing the show, Papa.
Obvious. With her little lick.
What, love?
His sky. One sky. Actually, 3 crowns and 3 stars.